in the kitchen with Crystal. I am Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. And today we are prepping 3 freezer meals that you don't have to cook right now. Just in 30 minutes or less, you are going to have 3 meals that are ready for you whenever you are ready to cook them. And this is really good because so many people make not so great decisions when they're busy and they're rushing and they end up going through the drive-thru. But with this, we're just going to throw some things in the gallon Ziploc bag, throw them in the freezer, and when it's time to cook them, either throw them on the stove, throw them in the oven, or however you want to prep them. So if you're ready, let's get to it. But of course, we got to drink water before we drink up. Before we get started, I shall say, right? And if you're here with me now, say hey. If you're catching us on the replay, do me a favor and type replay in the chat. So what are we making? We're using 3 different proteins today. We're going to do one that's beef-based. We're going to do a beef and broccoli. We're going to do one that's chicken-based. We're going to do a chicken stir-fry. And then one that is, chicken, beef. Oh, shrimp. We're going to do some chili lime scrimps. So with that, before we get started, all you need, get you 3 gallon size freezer bags. And you're going to write on them before you put it in the foods, and then get you a little Sharpie, a little marker, and write what's in here. So I'm going to put my chili lime shrimp. Excuse me. We're going to do our beef and broccoli. And then we're also going to do our chicken stir fry. And you know what? Go ahead and put the date on here too, so you'll know exactly how long it's been in the freezer. These should hold up for months, right? But just in case, you let them stay in there that long. Honestly, you'll probably cook them within the first couple of weeks or so. But just in case you stack them up, because we're going to do another one of these segments, go ahead and put the date. So today is, I know you mind. I put October. It is not October. No, it is not. It is November already. I know you are lying. All right. So we have those ready. I'm going to go ahead and start with the shrimp to make it nice and easy. All right. So one thing about it, since we are prepping for freezer stuff, we don't have to cook, defrost, stir fry, or anything if it's not ready that way. So I have a bag of frozen shrimp. I'm going to throw this in here because it's going to be refrozen anyway. So why defrost it? Go ahead and just throw that in there. It's going to be my garbage bowl for the day because I forgot to bring my garbage bag over here. But you know what I actually want to do first? And I'm still going to wash my hands, even though it's frozen. I tell you, anytime I touch meat, I feel like I got to wash my hands over and over again. But what we're going to do, we're going to make our own homemade chili lime seasoning. So let's get all the ingredients, excuse me, for that. And I like to use a mason jar to mix all of my seasons in. That way it stays fresh and I can use it later. All right. So we're going to need our chili powder. We're going to need some paprika, some onion powder, some garlic powder, some cumin, all the things that you would expect in any type of like Mexican-based food. But we're also going to get some limes. Let me go ahead and rinse these off. We're going to make these fresh and authentic. But I'm not going to put the lime inside of the jar. I might zest a little extra, just let it dry out and then put it in there. But for today, we're going to put it fresh straight into the bag. All right. So in order to make, and I'm just drying this off so it's not too wet as we get ready to put it in there. But let me get my measuring spoon. And from what I said I was going to make so far, so between the chili lime, shrimp, the beef and broccoli, and the chicken stir fry, let me know which one you're the most excited about. All right, so I got my jar. We're going to get us, let's see, Gonna give us a lot of chili powder. Actually gonna use about, I don't know if I want to use that much. Supposed to use 1/4 cup. That's gonna be all my stuff. So how about this? You know what? Calling an audible. Calling an audible. We go modify this here thing. So we're gonna put some of it in there. We're gonna eyeball this. I'm gonna go by my smell and my feeling. All right, so that's about 1/8 of a cup. It's not 1/4 of a cup. We don't need all that. Cause I ain't gonna use that much. I'm just being honest, right? I'm just serious. Gonna get us some cumin. So we're gonna use about a teaspoon of this instead of a tablespoon. We cutting some of this down. So I said cumin tastes so good, but it does not smell good at all. I always say it smells like a musty little boy. Sorry, just saying. All right. We're gonna do the same for our onion powder and our garlic powder. And I like a little kick for mine. So we're gonna have a nice amount of paprika too. But this is my garlic powder. That's looking good. It smells so good. OMG. Why does it smell so good? Why does it smell so good? Everything this stuff is from the gods. Woo! So I'm gonna use about a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. And then I'm gonna shake this up, mix it up, and then I'm gonna zest my lime in here. That's gonna be good. That's a shame. I ain't even cooking today. I'm literally just mixing stuff up and I'm all excited. But it smells so doggone good. Just mixing that up. So now I got me another, like a chili seasoning. I ain't putting no lime in here yet. Smell it. Smell it. That's all right. How much am I putting in here? Somebody to put it in chat. All right, to my ancestors tell me to stop. Say, baby girl, that's enough. There we go. Yeah, that's some good seasoning. That's some good seasoning. Yeah, I pulled my little limes. And I say pull because it's supposed to be zesting these things. And I'm laughing because my pole is zester. That's what I'm meant to call pole. It's supposed to be this little side over here. It don't ever do nothing right. So I'm used to use this bigger side. See if I can get me some good zest. All right. Getting some zest. Much better than the zest. Oh, smells amazing. So I must be doing something. It looks like it's doing a little something. Yeah. Super easy. So we're adding our zest for our lime. Then we have our protein in already. So all we gotta do then, last, is add our vegetables. It smells so good. OMG. Oh my gosh. Yo. The smell, the aroma. Ooh, child. Why, oh why does it smell so doggone good? Child, come on, second line. Come on over here. This smells so good. Shoot, let me stop lying. I thought I could do this as a job all day and just smell it. How about I just use this as put it in a diffuser or something and smell it all day. This smells so doggone good. I love the smell of citrus fruits anyway. Sheesh. This is amazing. Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. I look up in here and I see it. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Y'all see that lime up in there? Can you see it? All right. Yeah. Let me clean that up. Okay. Now it's just for our vegetables. Now you can use whatever vegetables you want. because it is oh, chili lime, what we're going to use, we're going to add us some broccoli. They've been sitting out so it's a little defrosted. Then I slapped that bag and that water popped me dead in my eye. Ooh, child. So the vegetables I'm using, I'm going to use some broccoli. Let's use a bag of frozen broccoli. Throw that on up in there. The more vegetables, the better, right? But I also want to add, let's put this to the side for a second to get my cutting board. I want to add some bell peppers. And I want to add some zucchini. There we go. So let me go ahead and clean these off. And with the peppers, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to add the colorful ones, right? Because that's the thing. When you're eating, you want to appeal to all of the senses, right? And you want bright, colorful foods. You don't want to eat monochrome foods because you'll get bored with it, right? So with these zucchini, I am just going to like quarter them. You're funny. And when we make these, you can make it however you want to when it's time to cook it. You can just throw it in the pan, saute it, throw it over some couscous, some rice, brown or white, whatever you choose. Just have it, or you can just eat it by itself if you want a good low carb meal. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yep, buddy. Just quartering these up. One thing I love about zucchini, it cooks so quickly, so easily, but that's another reason why it's paired with the shrimp, because the shrimp cooks very quickly too. So with what we're doing here in the kitchen, I like to give you all quick meals because a lot of people say that they don't cook because they don't feel like they have enough time, right? They think that it has to be laborious in order to make a healthy meal, and it doesn't have to be, right? So I just threw that on up in there, and then I'm going to grab my peppers, and I'm going to show y'all one of my favorite, right? Me not having trash can today. Woo, child. Show you one of my favorite little things I do with my peppers. We're just going to add that in there, that way you have colors, flavors, because we added a lot of the good seasoning up in there. That doggone fresh lime is going to be all the things. Actually, I'm probably going to keep these up in here until I finish chopping them. But what I like to do, especially when I get my peppers, I always cut them up early. Like as soon as I buy them, I just cut them and freeze them. And I cut them in strips. And that way, if I want to make fajitas or whatever, I already have it. But this is what I'm going to do with this. When I'm doing stuff that's going to be sauteed, I will just use the top of the peppers so that I can get all the different colors in there without completely overloading it. So you don't have to do a whole bunch of slicing of the whole pepper. Just get that little top, throw that in there. And I don't mind the seeds. I know some people are like, I don't want the seeds. You'll be all right. Ooh, that's already pretty. Let's throw these oranges in there. Ooh. Hold your horses. Yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be pretty. You got to enjoy your food on every level. Every single one. You see how it's quick? Just about throw this in the bag. And you shall be done with the first one. And I still smell the lime. The lime ain't even over here. Last up is our red, and we don't need the green peppers because we got no green stuff up in there. We got our zucchini and we have our broccoli. So we already have green, using the peppers for texture and for color. And they're good for nutrients too. All right, and if you're just coming in, I'm Crystal Taylor, owner of Fitness Night Again. You're in the kitchen with Crystal as we're prepping 3 freezer meals that you can make in advance, throw in the freezer, and cook when you are ready. So you see that? That's it, y'all. Easy peasy. This was the first one. We made a chili lime shrimp seasoned it up with a homemade chili lime sauce. I'm gonna shake this up with all the flavors. Look at all that seasoning down there at the bottom. You see that? Shake that on up so it all gets together. Right. Mix it all up. Notice that when it's time to cook this, you can stir fry it. You can put it in the oven, like if you just want to quick one pan meal, real easy. You're like, I ain't got time to do all that stirring and stuff. You can serve it over some rice if you want. It's up to you. And I'm just taking the extra air out. The air is what can destroy it. So take that air out, lay it flat, bam. Number one is done. Y'all ready for number two? Who's ready? You ready? Type ready in the chat. Go ahead and get these peppers out of here. Drink some more water. We're going to get ready with this here. Where we going to go next? You know what? Beef and broccoli is real easy. So we're going to get our beef and broccoli together. And it's funny because I don't cook and or eat a lot of beef. I actually stopped eating it in high school. But then when I went to the military and I went to the army, look, 'cause I didn't eat beef or pork when I went in. And the military said, we don't care. What you gonna eat to make sure you don't pass out? And I was like, give me the beef, please. Beef, please. So every once in a while I'll still eat it. But it's not too frequent. I was supposed to eat it more because of my blood type, but I don't. But today I am. And so I just got a little bit of steak. Excuse me, come down off cold. So you can buy the beef strips that are already cut if you want to. Of course, it's all about making things quicker and easier. But I just decided to get the fresh. And honestly, you can put all of this in the bag if you want to without cutting it. But I like to cut it because one, I have the time right now, right? But two, the smaller the pieces are, the more that marinade is going to get up in there and flavor, season all the things as opposed to seasoning one big piece of meat. Hope that makes sense. Let me know. So we're going to slice this up into strips as we put in the bag with all the other things. So let me grab my bag for my beef and broccoli. And since we're making beef and broccoli, what's going in here? Broccoli. Got me another bag. I know not the hippie bag. Pour it on, splatter all in my face. Like the first one did. We're going to throw this broccoli up in here. Then we're going to throw our seasons in here. Slice up our beef. Easy peasy. Meal number two. Ready to go. All right. So start our broccoli. And again, with this one, when you're ready, you just defrost it. You can stir fry it. Put it over some rice. Some couscous, whatever you want to put it with, right? So to marinate this, let me get my bowl. So we're going to make like a little sauce. All right. So I have my bowl. Get this out the way for a second. With this sauce, we're going to use a little bit. Oh, have to give me some more soy sauce. A little bit of soy sauce. Honestly, I may not even need to, but I am. We'll see. We're going to use a little bit of garlic, and a little bit of ginger. That's it. That's all, right? So, don't ask me how much, because you know the answer going to be, let's say about 2-3 tablespoons, right? So this smells good. The ginger. Ginger is the hidden ingredient when it comes to making Asian food. They learned that with making some doggone chicken fried rice or any homemade fried rice. Put that doggone, well, I should put this in the bag first before the broccoli so I can, oh, this smells so good. But it's just, whoo. So y'all just made a quick little marinade, a little soy sauce, ginger, a little garlic. About to cut up this here steak into strips. Throw this in the bag. It's in the bag. And then we are all ready to go. Make my spot for my meat. And y'all, if this is your first time, ever hanging out with me in one of these segments, type of one in the chat. So what you're going to have to be prepared for like I clean a lot, even during the segment, and especially when I'm dealing with the doggone raw meat, baby. Just be prepared for me to. I'm trying to see if I want to put that. Be prepared for me to get my cleaning on, because what we ain't fixing to do, and I used all of those words intentionally. What we ain't fixing to do is have none of these doggone diseases running around from no doggone raw meat. Oh, you lying. Hecky now. There goes Tia. So I'm just ranking off some of this excess juice, blood. I gotta say, this part of the reason why I don't cook too much beef. But I tell you, I like it when I do make it. I do. But jeez. And I'm just patting this dry a little bit. But it just smells like good. That's something I ain't a big fan of. But hey, God. See, got my steak. Whew. Let me wash my hands. Have to come back for all this other stuff in half a second. You just gonna slice this up into strips and put it in the bag. And then we're gonna pour that sauce over in just like we did with the shrimp. We're gonna massage it. Mix it up so all the flavors get up in there and like each other. All right. All right. Put that over there. I'm gonna pour a little stank today. All right. So just cutting this into little strips. Again, I'm cutting into strips so that the marinade gets up into all of it, as opposed to one big piece of meat trying to get marinated at once, right? Gets it all up in there. Get in there. You can make these strips as thick or as thin as you want. Realizing these are sort of big. Huh. But they still cook faster this way. Well, honestly, not even about cooking, because with strips, it's beef and broccoli, so of course you want it, you want strips. But I'm doing it now so that when it's time to cook it, I ain't gotta do all that. Because the whole thing, the reason why I'm doing this, because you say you're busy. On this day that you decide to make this beef and broccoli, I want you to be like, you know what I got that I could just throw in the pan? I could just throw in the wok, that beef and broccoli. You can just take it out and throw it. You ain't got to chop nothing else. You ain't got to do nothing. You just throw it in there. Look at that. Making little pieces. Go on here and making chunks. Yeah, I called that audible. Well, it's going to be strips, but this meat bigger than I have planned. So, yeah, it's almost remind me of beef stew. I haven't made beef stew in a long time. My mom used to make good beef stew. Delicious beef stew. I'm just chopping these up, making them bite size, because when they're smaller, again, they take in the flavor and they cook faster. Because remember, you ain't got no time. At least that's what you say. I ain't got no time, Crystal. And I said, okay, I got you. Let me show you how you can get through not having time, but still have something that's helpful. And for my folks who are like, I don't even really like to cook that much, these are still meals that you don't really have to do too much with. You throw it in the doggone wok. Toss it around a little bit. That's it. If you want to, shoot. Play around with it. Throw that thing in the doggone slow cooker. See what happens. You know what I'm saying? But stop making excuses on why you can't make healthier decisions. All right? So grabbing my bag with my broccoli in it. Throwing my beef in here because we're doing beef and broccoli. And then we're going to pour our sauce in here. Do that. Y'all about to see me do some washing. Baby! Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Oh, gotta get all up on the nails. But cannot do it. Woo, child. I see some of those people cooking on the socials. They be making food in the sink or it's all over. Like, are you kidding me? How you stir up some doggone macaroni and spaghetti in your sink? People are disgusting. All right. So this is my little marinade, some soy sauce. I use ginger paste and garlic paste. You can use fresh ginger. You can probably use some ground ginger. You can use minced garlic instead. But I like these little pastes. I think that it's like they concentrate the flavors. All right, so I'm just gonna close this up a little bit. Massage it around. And honestly, I could probably make some more sauce. That'd be something I'll tell you on the day up. And say, well, you know what, this ain't enough for me. Enough seasoning, let me add a little bit more. But sometimes we can't overdo it. So trust the process and see what happens. All right, so I'll just mix that up. Letting this, gosh, that smells amazing. Good grief. Letting the air out. Flattening it. Meal number 2. Bam! Back up. Right there. Done. Now we about to get, y'all got excuse me. Because girl got to do a quick cleanup. Because we done had raw beef. And now we about to get into some raw chicken. And we're going to do the same thing because this is going to be a chicken stir fry. Because we've done chili, lime shrimp. We've done beef and broccoli. Now we're about to do a chicken stir fry. I told you we're hitting like all the basic proteins, right? Let me just wash all of this over here. But I do want to go ahead and dice up the chicken because again, I want it to be as quick and as easy. Oh, get this out the way. Quick and as easy on the day of. That's the entire goal. Day of. I don't want you to have to think. I want you to take it out of the freezer in the morning, let that thing defrost, and then, or put it in the refrigerator the night before to let it defrost. The healthiest way, the safest way to defrost your proteins, right? Put it in the fridge, let it defrost, and then when you get home or whenever it's time to cook it, just throw it in the wok, throw it in the pan in the oven, however you decide to make it, and keep on rolling. It's not about being super excessive and doing anything extra. You know, a lot of people, I want you to rethink. That's what it is. I want you to rethink what meal prep is. A lot of times people think that meal prep means you have to cook all of these doggone different meals for it to be considered to be meal prep. And that's not the truth. Meal prep just means you're prepared and ready for a meal. So something as simple as how I say I like to chop up my bell peppers when I buy them. That's prepping for who knows what I'm going to make throughout that week. But it's doing something to shorten my time for when it is time to actually eat. That's the whole goal, right? It's not about having all the things perfectly made and ready and all that. No. I mean, that looks cute. You know, it makes a nice picture and a nice video on the socials. But that ain't necessary all the time. And for a lot of people, that's not feasible. It's not reasonable. Let me know if that's how you feel. And for some people, it intimidates them. And that's why they don't even try or think about other ways to meal prep. So that's why I do this segment, to give you all different options. And especially things that are good, that you like. But it's also going to like and help you like what you see in the mirror. Because some of these foods that we like, they good and all, but they ain't good to us. They ain't good to them hips or them waists. You know what I'm saying? They're not good to the neck, your clavicle lead, your back get big. I tell y'all, there's a lot of big back meals going on out there. So I'm trying to help you unbig your back, but still like what you eat. All right? And you made it through my cleaning segment. Had to clean, y'all. Can't do it. Can't do it. All right, so with this chicken, this is a stir fry. You can do a few things. When it's time to stir fry, you can make a sauce like when you throw it in the wok. If you want to thicken the sauce that's in it, you can always use a little broth and cornstarch. But play around with it, see how you like it. All right, so just like, excuse me, need to clean, get these up. Okay. We're going to make a quick sauce for our stir fry. So let me wrench this out. So they're actually using the same base, so I could have kept Oh well, we in it now. I know once I get to cleaning, sorry, not sorry. All right. So we're gonna get a base. We're gonna use soy sauce, some sesame oil. What else we got over here? We got a lot of things that we're gonna put up in here. All right. Let's get our stuff. So I know I need my soy sauce. We probably use the rest of that. That's why I was preserving it, honestly, when I was doing the beef and broccoli, because I only had so much. So use a sesame sauce. We're going to use garlic and ginger. There we go. So I'm just gonna go ahead, see how much is left. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I got a nice amount. I'm probably gonna go ahead and use the majority of that, and then pour the rest of it in that beef broccoli. That's what I'm gonna do. Sit there right there. Get my ginger paste. Ooh. Again, it smells about right. And ginger, I'm telling y'all, do not be asleep on how ginger changes your whole homemade Asian meal. Do not. Now with this sesame oil, the sesame seed oil, be very careful how much you use. This stuff is strong and it will take over. So I'm just putting a little bit in there. You hear me? A little. Not a lot. A little. Oh, it smells good though. Stir that up. I'm gonna do it right this time. I'm gonna actually put the chicken in there first in the bag so I can massage it, and then I'm gonna add the vegetables. See, you live and you learn, right? Well, at least you should. Right, so I got my bag for my chicken stir fry. I am using chicken thighs. I'm thirsty. You should be thirsty too. Drink you some water. I'm using thighs because that's what I have. Thighs are good too. I know most people when they do stir fry, they like cleaning again. They like to use breast, but you can use either one. And I usually wouldn't defrost, but just because it's a stir fry and the meat is going to be smaller when I cook it anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and chop it. And this is slightly defrosted just to give me enough leeway to cook. All right, I'm about to cut. There we go. Let's see. It has a little fat on there. That's fine. It ain't that bad. You can take it off if you want to. I just don't feel the need to right now, right? Because it's just a minimal amount. But some people are like, I don't want all that. And that's okay. Go ahead and defrost it completely and pull the fat off before you get to it. Or just use the skinless. Oh, that fat wants to come off. I'm here for it when it want to come off though. Yup. There you go. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait, let me see if you want to come off too. Because if it comes off easy, okay. All right. Yeah, it is coming off easy. I didn't feel like fighting. The little fat ain't that bad. It ain't like it's a whole bunch of fat. It ain't the whole skin. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody like, what is she doing? Yes, I'm cutting slightly frozen chicken. One, I actually sort of like it on this level because it's not as juicy as regular chicken. It ain't going anywhere. They slimy. Makes it easier to clean up. But I'm just cutting this chicken into chunks so we can put it in the bag for our stir fry. So it's much easier. And you can do this with your breasts, your chicken breast, just slightly defrosted. Or if you want to use, let me see if this fat come off. That's a nice big chunk of fat. That looks, yeah, come on off. A little fat ain't that bad, but some of that fat, I'm like, for real? For real? Let me get that fat up off of there. That's chunky fat. That's big back fat. That big back, who came up with big back? Come on now. I'm sure it was some man. Some man was talking trash about a chick and said she had a big back. I bet you it was. How much y'all want to bet? I don't know how we can find out. But somebody called it that. And he took a picture. He put a picture up about what he thought a big back looked like. And then poor women jumped on it. It was like, I don't want a big back. I want to unbig my back. He probably had a big back, big belly. Let me stop it today. Oh, that's a nice amount of chicken. There we go. Let's check. Ooh, I touch the inside of the bag, so all this chicken juice ain't on the outside. I tell y'all, and I know a lot of people like, well, you know what? Maybe I do these for playing with the gloves when I cook. I know a lot of chefs do that, but I actually like to feel. I like to feel my meat. I know that didn't sound right, but that's what I meant. I'm such a child. Hey, I have boys. It's hard not to be a child when you have boys. Said something to my baby boy yesterday, and he paused when I said it, and I was like, I know you're thinking. He was like, I was not. He's like, your mind went there, and I was like, maybe. All right, chopping this up. This will be the last of it, because I think that's enough. Because I would rather have more vegetables than anything. Yeah, he missed out. He's the gardener. You go ahead and wash these hands before we put the rest of the stuff up in here, and then we're gonna be done. All right. Oh yeah, don't forget I'm gonna add the extra soy sauce up in there. Under these nails, y'all know how it goes. You gotta be diligent when you were cleaning after messing with raw meat. Raw meat. Let me stop. That's what happened when you got up in here. I ain't got no music on today. Leave me to myself. I ain't got my garbage barrel. Goodness. All right. So this is my stir-fry sauce. To just have some soy sauce, some sesame oil, some ginger paste. You can use fresh ginger or ground ginger, and I use some garlic paste. You can use minced garlic if you like. And then when it's time to cook it, if you want it thicker, the sauce thicker, then you can add a little cornstarch and a little chicken broth. You always use chicken broth. I use no water, but chicken or vegetable broth just to get it a little bit thicker. All right. With the consistency like mixing this all up so that the flavors get into the chicken. And I'm telling y'all, that's where a lot of folks go wrong. They try to season stuff after the meat been cooked. Season the meat before it's cooked. All right. So that's my chicken. So we're gonna stir fry. We're gonna add us a little. I got a Asian medley bag of vegetables to make it easy. You can buy all the individual stuff. You get the broccoli, snap peas, and all that other stuff. Look here, we trying to make it easy. Throw that up in now. Ta-da. If you want to add some more vegetables, sure, go for it. But I think that's all we need. And we're going to cook this and put this over some doggone rice. Ta-da. Look at me. I'm like, do I want some more vegetables? Nah. All right. Take that air out. Oh, wait first. Open it up. Shake it up. Mix it up. There we go. Now we can press that air out. And I'm pressing the air out because it makes it last longer. Because the air actually makes food go bad quicker, right? And when you put it in the freezer, it's going to like get a freezer burn early, right? So let me wash my hands. We're going to wipe down the space. And then we're going to talk about what we made today pretty quickly. We got 3 good whole meals ready to go in about 30 minutes. All right. Put that over down. All right. So we made a chicken stir fry ready to go into the freezer. Got some beef and broccoli. I got a little bit of soy sauce left, so I'm going to add it. To season this is beef, broccoli, but I made a sauce that has soy sauce, ginger paste, and garlic paste, right? So just add that, give it a little more flavor. Slide that on around. Take that ear out. Press that down. And then our last one, look here. You see look how pretty this is. You see all that flavor? Look at all of that. All of that seasoning. So, gotta have this chicken down there. I'm glad I stepped around. So, in what about 30 minutes? Oh no, a little bit longer. We have 3 freezer meals that are ready to go. Lay them flat in the oven, in the freezer. Take them out, put them in the fridge the night before you plan to make them. Then that way, when it's time to cook, all you gotta do is all of these you can throw in a wok and pan, stir fry, serve it over some rice. Quick, easy, healthy meals. And you didn't really have to do a lot either. So there you go. Let me know what you think. Let me know which one you're the most excited about. And I wanted to make sure that I was using ingredients that you would typically have anyway, right? So, all right. Hope you enjoyed this segment. This is Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. You've been in the kitchen with Crystal, where we made 3 freezer meals that you could throw in the freezer on those busy days where you don't want to make the not so great decision and you want to save calories and money and stay on track. So there you go. Have a great day, and I will see you next time where we're going to do part 2 and make 3 more of these. All right, y'all. Bye.